All right, guys, Mark Gonzalez, and with Rackham TV, I'm joined in the booth here with Forrest. How you doing, Forrest?
Great, Mark. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. We got another awesome match coming up in this one pocket event. We got Shane Van Boning taking on Roberto Gomez. So this is going to be an awesome match here for sure. And it looks like Shane won the flip.
Yeah, Shane took the first break. This is our one-loss side, so we're going to be a race to 3.
That is correct.
Looks like you got a good spread on the balls here. We just finished watching a great match with Dennis and Billy.
Yes,
and
we did.
Dennis ended up getting that one, and it was a pretty good battle, though. And I believe we have 2 players left on the winner side. We have Corey Dool and Dennis are the only 2 left on the no-loss side.
Yeah, they'll be playing for the hot seat, so. All right, so.
Shane's going to probably try to take a shot at the stack here if he can. If he can bring this 12 ball into the stack somehow. If not, he'll move the 8 ball. See what he's doing.
Looks like he's going 12 in the stack. Oh, no.
Oh,
wow.
Straight back bank. There you go. He's got a pretty strong position at this point.
Yeah, a lot of balls go towards his hole, and looks like Roberto's only got 1. Is that 9 dead? Or that's not the 9. I'm sorry. It's the 13.
13?
Yeah, is that 13 dead?
It looks like it's gone toward the short rail there.
Okay.
More toward the 8 ball. So looks like Shane's he's gonna at least look at this 12 ball bank, or the 14 ball bank.
Gotcha.
Doesn't look like it's available. He's going to go into the stack too much there. Won't be able to protect the 8 ball. So look for him maybe to thin off this 14 and come behind the 8 maybe.
Push the 8 this way?
Yeah,
or just get behind it?
Just get behind it, I think.
Like that right there.
There you go.
What a shot that was.
Really firms up his position there.
So, guys, just want to remind y'all of the rest of the events we have through the weekend. We conclude the one pocket event tomorrow. We start the 10-ball event tomorrow. The ladies event, I believe they're going to try to wrap that up tonight. If not, they will come back tomorrow to finish that one. And then, of course, Saturday morning we start the 128-man 9-ball open. Are you playing in that, Forrest?
Not this week.
Okay. All right, so Roberto's got his hands full here with this rack. All right,
really
guys.
He's going to have to kick at this ball.
All right, so this is Mark Gonzalez. I'm going to step away, Forrest. I'm going to turn you guys back over with Jesse and Forrest. They're going to take you guys here. And so thanks for tuning in. Here's Jesse.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is Jesse Wilcoxon and Forrest.
Jesse, and my name is Forrest. My last name is Boyd, just in case anybody's curious there. But
Forrest Boyd.
Watching another great match here, and Shane's come behind the 8 ball a couple of times. It's making Roberto kind of have to kick away from this. I'm not sure if he can see the deuce. He maybe will come off the 4 here and get below the 15 ball here. Well,
What a shot.
he got a little unlucky and then real lucky, so a little combination there.
Man. Yeah, because I don't think he can see the 10 at all, so.
It's like he can shoot this 7 ball. He's going to try
Yeah.
to go ahead and, if he can see all the 7, he'll go ahead and bank the 7. More playing the cue ball there than anything else, just not giving up that 8 ball.
Exactly. I tell you guys, this is a really fun atmosphere. There's so many champions in the room and so many good matches that have been going on and are going to continue. I mean, there's a lot of action everywhere you look. It's fun seeing, getting everybody's opinion. Of course, we all have opinion about who we favor on what match. You start looking at the paper and trying to compare. Well, I think he's feeling good, or I think, I'm going to lean this way or that way. But and then watching it come out is, just the funnest part. I mean, I love it, and I can't get enough of it, really.
Yeah, at this level, it's about taking advantage, and right there he took a great advantage. He ended up firing. That was actually a dead ball that he had to play a combo into. The one that just got spotted, it was the ball that Shane shot up table was a 7 ball, and unfortunately when he spotted it, it became a dead ball for Roberto. So
yeah,
doesn't seem like much of an error, but at a certain level, when you're shooting that bank shot right there, he was certainly never intentionally trying to shoot that ball in. But he certainly wouldn't have done it if he'd have looked at that stack and seen that it was going to be a dead ball.
Yeah. But he's kind of hemmed up right here. He doesn't really have a good shot. I mean, you can do a 3-ball combo, but it's it's a very low probability shot.
Yeah, he's moved him over there, but Shane's going to be able to see this 4 ball. So he's got a couple options here. If he likes this bank, back to the ball closest to his pocket, I believe is, can't really tell. The strike ball closest to Shane's pocket, if the 4 ball banks into there past the 10, he might shoot that. If not, he'll just try to clear the 4 and the 8 out. Bank carry him into the stack area, move ball towards your pocket, control the cue ball. He did a great job staying below the 8 ball there. Roberto's probably going to have to come off of this 15 ball and put him back on the end rail behind, I believe is the 12 ball here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shot. Now Shane's going to have to worry about that 10-12 combo. I mean, Roberto's going to have to worry about that 10-12 combo if he leaves him a position to shoot at that, because that ball will go below the 4 there.
Yeah, and
Jesse, he wants to kick at this 8 ball, but I don't think that's going to be available. The 2 ball looks like it's blocking him. But in one pocket, if you can kick behind this, long rail behind the 8-ball, you can get out of the inning and move that ball pretty safely.
Mm-hmm.
But to spin it around the 2 it seems like too much to ask.
Yeah, you lose a lot of accuracy. There's a whole lot more guesswork coming into it whenever you're having to kick it to the long part of the rail and then be able to, back
Right.
spin it, and I mean your accuracy just goes down so much.
Yeah,
that
it's already about an 18-foot kick, and you don't want obstacles on that kind of situation. So it looks like he's going to try to come off the 1 and draw back behind this 8, which is a lot to ask here.
Oh, he went to the wrong side of the 6.
Didn't get away with that one.
No.
So he's trying to get on the other side of the 6 there, but also below the 8, which was it may have just been all he had.
Yeah, that's
certainly not something he wanted to try, but you don't always get your options. Shane's got a lot of balls by his pocket here that aren't really available for Roberto, so
yeah.
it doesn't look like he's going to get all the way out, but he's going to get probably 3 to 4 balls here.
Yeah, the deadgum 3-1 is
yeah, 3-1 certainly favoring Shane.
Yeah. If he could get it bumped somehow, then that would, free that little mess up.
Well, Jesse's got himself, from our angle, looks like he's pretty much straight in on this 9 ball. So, I don't know. For me, I would just shoot the 9 and go for the 8. He's probably looking at drawing back for this deuce somehow. I don't see a way to get to this 12-10 that combos into his pocket now. Maybe he can manipulate that later, but right now it looks like
I think he's just going to
fall
like
through
that.
for the 8 ball.
See, because right here, he can come up and go into the 3 ball. And if he goes to the top side of the 3 ball, then it'll bring the cue ball up for the 13.
That's exactly what he's looking at, too, right there.
Yeah.
These guys are not looking to get 2 or 3 balls. They're looking to get as many as they possibly can, and even if they have to manipulate the stack, similar to straight pull, where you may have to move some balls. And unfortunately, right there, it's I think he hit a little too soft.
Yeah, he went into it light. He was being cautious, and you got to be confident in that. I don't know. I really don't see a downside in going into it a little bit harder.
I do too. The 8 ball was he's never going to miss the 8 ball. So I like him go ahead and shooting that ball. Me personally, I would probably have just went straight up for the 13 ball and then and go from there and try to draw into that. But there's certainly nothing wrong with that shot, except for once again he hit just a little bit too soft.
Yeah.
And really, if you're not worried about missing the 8 ball. But then again, he's probably trying to break it up lightly. He wants to also get the 1 ball, doesn't move the 1 ball all the way over there on the other rail. So he's kind of put himself on a pretty strong defensive here. There's not a lot of places he can move this cue ball just to play safe. He's not entirely jacked up over this 13, but it's close enough. When the ball's close like that, cutting it at a sharp angle, a thin cut becomes more difficult. It looks like he's just going to take a foul here.
You're right. absolutely
The
right.
reason he done that is because the 6 ball is going to spot.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't care for it just because Shane is going to shoot this 13 ball at this 10-12 combo, and if it goes, he's probably going to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah, because even if it doesn't go, you're giving up one of your balls that's on your side of the table. You know, I mean, you're taking away some of your fighters. You know, that's the way I look at it. You know, you want your men on the side of your side of the table.
Yeah. So Shane's going to have to protect this cue ball here, keep it on this, keep it on the rail there. But
There it is. There it is.
And
Oh my gosh!
didn't
It
quite get
hung
in there.
up. Oh no!
Now the first thing Roberto's going to look at here is obviously the 12 ball is a problem, but also he's going to check this 3 out. If the 3 ball is kind of a dead combo into his pocket, off the 6 ball, the carom, then he will definitely shoot that. It doesn't have to be perfect for them to shoot this. They can manipulate that just a little bit. And that's what he's looking at right now. By his face, he doesn't like it. It looks like the 3 ball is going to go a little high. When he shoots this, though, the 6 ball is going to crash into the balls by Shane's pocket and maybe disrupt them. So, problem I see here is the 2 ball looks like he has him blocked from the 12.
Yeah, can he see the 11 ball to carry him off the 11 ball into the 12? That way it leaves the cue ball there.
Right. I think he can. That's a really thin. I think that may be in the only shot he really has. Unless this 3 ball will force down.
Yeah.
It looks like it's aiming a little high, but
Put a little top English on it and hit a little bit full.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
The fuller you hit it, the lower it'll go.
Exactly.
But it doesn't look like he likes it. I'm looking at through the screen here, and it looks like he's going to try to make this 12 ball somehow. Not without taking one last look at this. The 3-4, the 11-4 is a possibility to combo into his pocket too here if he hits it hard. So he'll look at all of his options.
Oh, he's going to cut the 6. He wasn't even playing for the 3, and he overcut it.
Yeah. He got a little unfortunate, but in a situation like that, when we look at it and he missed and it looks horrible, but sometimes he may have had nothing else to shoot at,
Exactly.
and that tells me he really didn't have any option for the 12 ball, or he would have not taken that shot. So it's hard for Jesse and I to second guess these guys sitting in the booth, and with their abilities, we're going to have to defer to them most of the time.
So Roberto's got 3 balls. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're just trying to get the ball count correct for you.
Well, there's 10 balls on the table.
Did he just drop 2?
Yes. Shane's got 3 now.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he's got the 3 ball, the 4 ball, 11 ball, 13 ball, and the 2 ball.
Right.
Or the 15. I don't think that one is wired. I like the 11 ball here. Well, I guess he likes the 4, so it doesn't matter what I like.
I'll go the 4 to the 11 and then back to the 15, I believe is.
Yeah, come 2 rails.
He can go the 12 here, the 13, but the 15 is probably playing for 2 balls, I believe. Yeah, he's going to go for the 15 ball. Unless the 12 ball goes, the 2 ball may pass, so if 2 ball passes, then he's out. Two ball did pass.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Well, Shane gets on the board.
Shane gets on the board. This is going to be on the one loss side. It's going to be a race to 3, and Shane's going to take the first game. He's got 1-0 in the ball in the game count. And like I said, this is a one-loss side. We have 2 players left in the no-loss side. The winner's bracket is Dennis Orcolo and Corey Dool. So they'll be playing for the hot seat. And I don't have a time for that match just yet. So Jesse, Shane had the first break, and he won the first game, which is kind of what we expect. You know, holding your serve on your break, and with Shane having won the lag, it means he's in control of the match. Realistically, if he holds serve, he can't lose.
Exactly. Doesn't always pan out that way, but
No.
man, that's the that's kind of the goal. I mean, you know, and honestly, the odds are that it happens like that. You know, a lot of the time, whenever you start getting, you know, especially on this, you know, upper echelon of players. I mean, these guys are so darn good. You know, any little bit of advantage they get, they can take it. You know.
Exactly. You have. You know, race it to 3, 4, even 5. The break is a huge advantage. You know, in the short races, if you get more breaks than your opponent, then you have to be the favorite. You know, if it's an equally matched top pro event like we have going on here, all these guys can run out from everywhere and play safe from everywhere. So wherever advantage they can find is like a golden nugget here.
Yes, sir.
So this is a kind of a one pocket shot that you look at here. I don't know if it's available, but banking the 9 ball into the stack, cue ball comes around 3 rails behind the 3 ball. And if you can get accurate with that and you practice that shot, it's really not that hard of a shot. It's just shooting exactly where you want to shoot. Now he may be able to shoot the 9 into the 3 ball here and come 3 rails. That's even better.
Yeah, or just thin off the 9 ball, put the cue ball behind the 3.
Yeah, it's a lot safer to do right there. But if that option is not available to you, you may have to go ahead and twist your ball around the table right there. It seems scary, but you practice that a little bit, and it's a kind of a standard one pocket shot.
Yeah.
Roberto holds these banks really well, so I look for him to bank this 9 and come down here behind this 6 ball on this end rail. High level of difficulty, but at this level they execute pretty well. He just chose to move it over and hit it. Got the 9 ball in a great position. He's protected it from Shane to move it.
Yeah. If Shane goes off that 6 and brings the cue ball in underneath the 9, you don't want to let it leak out because then he could have the bank on that 14.
Right.
But
there you go.
Yeah, that's a good little shot right there.
You hit it a little bit shorter, a little bit weaker to protect the 6 and then the 4 and the 12 at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit further. I mean, because yeah, I don't know how much that 6 he could see.
He could see more than I thought, so he was able to go ahead and 2-reel the cue ball out of there and protect against any banks that go back to Shane's pocket.
Yep.
I know for me, Jesse, this is the hardest part to kind of commentate on because the stack is there, and we're not standing over the top of the table to see exactly where the balls lay in the stack to where you need to manipulate them. So
Exactly. Yeah, it does make it hard. I keep standing up and
right.
looking over the top of the monitor to try to look at the table because I can't tell the angle exactly. So I'll start to say something, and then I'll look at the angle, and I'll say, "Oh no, that's not on at all." So
Shane's keeping him behind this 3 ball. Gonna two. Oh, he went ahead and took a foul there.
yeah,
I'm
he
not sure
missed
that
it.
was intentional, though.
No, I don't
Certainly
think
wasn't.
it
Now
was.
we can tell now it wasn't. He's
Yeah. Give you another look at this table.
so Shane's certainly making sure that he's checking the stack both ways. You always want to check to make sure that there's no wired or dead balls to your pocket or their pocket that you're missing. Sometimes it's more important to spot the ones that are at their pocket that are dead to keep them from stealing games that shouldn't belong to them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Moved a couple balls out, and I would look for, I believe it's the 13 ball that's just above the spot right here.
Well,
A little screen glitch here. We'll see if we can fix it.
yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Try this again.
All right, looks like we got it back there. Everybody seeing good?
Yeah, sorry about that. We knocked one of our monitors out and had to put it back.
Very delicate little shot right there. He's thinning, just barely missing these balls and keeping Roberto from seeing these balls effectively so he can make any kind of offensive shots here. Not sure if he can twist this 13 or not here. It looks like he's going to try to twist it, but the 6
Yeah,
ball
is
looks
he-
like it's in the way to me, but
Let's bring it back down in this area.
he wanted a little nudge off the 10
Uh-huh.
ball there.
Yeah, he was praying for it. You go into that 3, bank the 10 back up to the other side. No, he just went into the 3, went around it, put it back in the stack.
He's left this kick on the 9 available here. He can kick either 1 rails or 2 rails behind this 9, and at this level, these guys kick these balls so well that he can bring the cue ball back above the stack, into the stack.
Yeah, I love these
I can
guys.
hear they're commentating a little bit there themselves.
Yeah. They are. Oh, I guess he didn't. Oh, okay. I guess it wasn't a foul earlier.
Yeah, it looked like it. I didn't see him spot one, so he made that was a 3 ball that he came below that we both thought that he
Yeah,
just intentionally took a foul, but
I
he
guess
must
it.
have clipped the 3 ball on the way
I
through.
guess so.
That's not bad. He doesn't tie him up. He didn't want to tie him up, so the 10 ball's still available. Doesn't look like the 13 ball goes in, but 10 ball's still available. Certainly a threat there.
Yeah.
I kind of like here clipping the 7 ball and putting him on the back of this 13. You protect the 9 and you open the 5 up to your pocket too.
Yeah.
And you're not really going to sell out a whole lot here. The 9 ball is not really that big of a threat to you. So if he can wedge this on the back of the 13 2 rails, hit that a little soft, a little tentative.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to go all the way to the 13.
It didn't
or
look
if
like he was trying to.
Yeah, or just leaving it on the rail.
Mhm.
Which, on the rail is not a bad option, at any rate. But I kind of like what you were talking about, and making it a little bit tougher so he can't get
problem
your
is-
9 ball out.
Yeah, the problem is Roberto's not going to leave this 9 ball sitting
No.
there. He's going to shoot at it eventually. If he makes it, it's just like that.
Just
you
like
know?
that. Dadgummit. Yeah,
You can't leave these guys that opportunity
they
3
will-
times.
No, no,
once
no,
or
no.
twice, but not 3.
Yeah.
They're like,
I
I'm
mean-
tired of this.
Well, and they shoot so darn good that
Yeah. Well, that ball was high enough. The cue ball was high enough off the rail where that the 2 rail kick that he just hit was pretty much guaranteed to go back in the stack if you hit it, fairly good. So
Exactly.
and now you can 2 rail his 2 ball
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of draw back a little bit. He doesn't want to leave in the bank on this 5 ball at all. So he
No.
can draw back.
Yeah, draw back into the stack close to where he is, maybe a little further.
There you go.
And
So it doesn't look like Shane did a whole lot wrong there, but he gave up the ball by his hole,
yep,
and
he lost
Roberto
the initiative
got a
there.
ball.
Yep.
And his position is much weaker than it was before.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Roberto's got 3 balls, really 4 balls that are kind of strong favor to
Yeah.
him, and Shane's looks like the 5 ball is about the only ball he's got that's available.
Yeah, because there's nothing wired in that pack that is going towards his pocket at all.
Right.
Either a wired combo or even a carom that's hanging. So he's going to have to manufacture something and start sending some action his direction. I think he's going to bank the 5 up 2 rails, maybe 3.
He's just going to freeze us on the 12 ball there and move some balls around.
Yeah. Yeah, he eliminated the 15 ball for Roberto. Brought the 5 out in play.
I just don't see a good reason why Roberto wouldn't go ahead and shoot this 5. So I understand what Shane was doing there, but at the same time, trying to get back on the end rail somehow would have eliminated this particular opportunity.
Yeah, you're right.
Roberto is just steadily improving his position. He's not getting in a rush. He's being very patient, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And he figures in 2 or 3 moves like this, he can get his position so strong that Shane's going to have to do something that's very low percentage. That's what he's hoping for.
Looking for a Hail Mary play that'll be a sellout.
So I see Shane stalking around the table here, and he's hoping for some wired balls. There's just none there.
Yeah.
he's close enough to this rail where if he were to shoot this 2 into the 13 and just try to move them all over,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to keep the cue ball on the long rail here. Just if he was further off of the rail here, he could just stick the cue ball on the rail here and move 7 balls by his pocket here. The 10 ball, the lowest stripe there, looks like it's even possibility to go off the 213-10. Just moving balls away from his pocket, he might get lucky.
That's true.
But I'm not sure that that's available because he's so close to that end rail. And I know, Jesse, myself, you find yourself in this position where you see Shane he's in a pause. He really doesn't have any great options. And one pocket we say, when it's your turn, you got to do something. Sometimes you ain't going to like it, but you got to do something.
You're right. Yeah, you got to.
So when you see some really wild shots, it's typically because the guy just has, there's so many things going against you that you have to change it. You can't just, he could certainly take a foul here. He could just push up on the 6 ball. He could do a couple of things. But doing that too often.
Yeah, I mean, because he's froze up on the 6, but you haven't really improved your position.
Right.
Your initiative still isn't being met, and it's an easy counter. I mean, there's really nothing. So, was the time to make a move, on his last turn?
Right.
Because now he doesn't really have that option.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm with you. Forrest, you make a really good argument on. Sometimes you got to stand your ground. Sometimes, because Roberto's been leaning on him and constantly moving balls away from Shane's side onto his own side. And like you say, the initiative keeps getting pushed further and further to Roberto's direction. And you have to recognize your opportunity to really stand your ground and push some stuff your way. And like I say, I'm not second guessing what Shane's doing. Obviously, he's a world champion and he's won one pocket tournament, so it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. But just kind of bringing up.
That's what we talked about. We've got him into a situation now where he has to do something that's low percentage.
Exactly.
I see 2 options here. Push him behind the 6 ball and making sure you get him frozen.
Yep.
Get you out of the inning.
Yep.
Doesn't improve your position. Doesn't weaken your opponent's position. So Roberto's probably just going to do the same thing back to you. So at this level, you really can't just go ahead and tippy-tap for, 5 shots. And it doesn't look like he can see the 2 anymore. Roberto's blocked the 2, so he can't shoot those balls and just move them all. I think that's what he would do if he could.
He might be trying to.
He's going to shoot off the 1 here, and he might make it 10.
Around. He might be going for that 2. Oh, no. Hey.
See what I mean? That was, it turned out great.
It did.
But that could have went really bad, too. So
I guess he
a couple
fouled
of bad
there.
options.
I guess he called a foul on himself because he just put a.
Yeah. Yeah, he may have double hit that because he wasn't frozen to the 6 ball. So in that spin, it could have been a double hit.
Yeah. Okay.
I see a coin, but it's by Roberto's pocket, so then you just put it on the wrong side.
I think so. I didn't spin that one enough. If that's what he was trying.
Too bad there. He's got it protected. He didn't leave it for a bank.
Yeah.
Shane is not in as detrimental a situation as he was earlier. Even though I don't think he intentionally took a foul, but he took a foul, but he improved his position by shooting kind of a Hail Mary,
It was. You know, Roberto's got the similar shot here where he can go behind that 3 and push it back over to his side if, you know, if he doesn't want to go up table or do anything. I know he's kind of close to the rail, but
3 ball's a little too far off the rail for that shot right now. When it's close to frozen, it's more available. When it gets that high, you leave a return bank a lot. And meanwhile, he just stiffs a straight back in, and that was a difficult angle.
that was a stout shot.
The way he's looking, he acts like he doesn't have a shot on the 1 ball here. It looks like from my angle he does, but the 10 ball may be blocking him.
Yeah.
It looks like it is.
It sure does.
10 ball is. It looks like he's got less than a half a pocket with the 10 and the 1. So.
Yeah.
And
you might be looking at more of a combo than anything.
Yeah, the 3 ball's away from Shane's pocket enough. So yeah, Roberto just moved the coin back to Shane's side.
You go.
So
He's like, hang on, fella.
So we may be shooting this carom, the 10-5 carom here. And that may protect his position better.
Maybe
he just thought he could shoot it straight in, but it just caught the 1 just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Shane's going to stare at this 7 ball for a little while just to make sure that there's no caroms.
Yeah, I might go with that 14.
Yeah.
And, you know, the 3 sitting there too, so. I don't know.
It doesn't look like it's going to go, but.
Yeah.
In 1 pocket, you run into this shot a lot. This bank, this 10 ball, doesn't bank directly into your pocket, but it banks into the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you in 1 pocket you come up with that a lot. So you know you need to be pretty accurate with that of getting it either in the pocket or getting both balls close to your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's looking at now. He's not going to sell out anything except for that 1 ball bank, which
the long rail.
You know, you got to give that up sometimes in this position.
Man, that 9 might be getting. Well, he didn't go far enough to really threaten the 9, but that 8-5, I don't know how far off that is. If you can overcut that 8.
Jesse, that just told me that he did not want to leave that 1 ball bank. You know, if he shoots that a little firmer, he's got more opportunities. But he just seen Roberto stiff back that 6 ball. He didn't want to see that again with the 1 ball. So
exactly.
He learned. Sometimes you take someone to teach you a little bit not to do things, and Shane wasn't going to have that one more time. So.
Well, yeah, when you get spanked with a shot, you know, you get a little gun shy. You know, you don't want to give it to him again.
Yeah. This 9 ball is such a big ball. It kind of blocks everything he wants to do around the 310 area. You can't leave it there. It's a big ball for Shane to leave there. He needs to move this 9 ball.
Yeah, I agree.
But where to, you know? It does cut in, so if he can dodge the side pocket, I'm sorry, it's the 13 ball. It's right by the cue ball there.
Oh, yeah.
And it does cut in if he can dodge the side pocket.
I think he can dodge the side pocket, maybe like putting some inside on it. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, he wants to draw it. He can't use any kind of top, so he's got to have to draw this. Oh, my
No,
goodness.
he put inside, but that's what I
He
was
put
afraid
that
of. Is
top
it
left
kissing?
on that.
Yeah.
And the 13 ball was dead center.
Yep. It was going. It
Except
just
for the
cue ball come
ball.
around,
Yeah,
caught up to it.
yeah. And he was coming back around up by the 2 ball with the cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a situation where he's basically playing for 1 ball.
Yeah.
And he got unlucky in the beginning and pretty lucky here not to give a really simple shot. But
Yeah.
Shane hit this.
Slow up, slow up. There
Turns
you
out to
go.
be really good.
Yeah. The way that 10-3 was sitting, it allowed the cue ball to be able to come back across.
Jesse, this is where you're shooting this 13 ball here and coming into the stack somehow. I don't see a great place to hit the stack to create something for yourself. So if the 11 ball goes by the 14, or if the 14 ball goes in any way, shape, or form, I'm just going to draw back behind this 11.
Yeah.
But going into the stack somehow is what they tend to do. I don't see what's going to help him here. He doesn't want to hit the 14 at all.
No. If he comes back and nudges the 7, he could bank the 14.
He did hit the 14, and intentionally too, real firm.
Well, now he's got the 2.
But he was trying to, spread the cue ball out. He didn't want to stay there, which
Yeah.
is he got.
Yeah, because if you play top on the 2, you can come down and play
Right.
the top of that 14 ball, open up the stack a little bit more, or if you, depending on where you get, you can play the 7 and then the 14.
This is one of those shots that I talk to the guys that I work with a little bit, and when you get a shot like this, you have to play 100% 2 ball. You really can't do
Yes.
anything else, because if you miss this 2 ball,
Sold out.
you're going to be in a bad situation. So, playing safe
And he
is,
ran that into the rail.
yeah, playing that ball like that. He wants that cue ball to come much further down the table. But just playing sometimes the ball you're shooting at has to be your only focused, and making sure that you make that ball, even if you sacrifice some position. So it looks like the 5 ball passes here. Looks like he's got a full pocket to shoot at, no problem there. It's just trying to get this second shot.
Yeah.
And it looks like the cue ball may run into the 7 ball here.
It's okay if it hits the top side of the 7 because it'll keep
There
it.
you go, yeah.
It'll keep it up.
So he's going to want to draw this ball with a little inside draw, which will help it come back. There you go. It'll come back. And I'm looking straight down the line at this 8 ball, and 8 ball does go, so he can shoot the 8 ball and then the 11 ball.
Oh, boy, he barely made it. Sucker wiped his feet all the way in, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. So after 11, all those other balls don't go straight in his pocket. So this is someplace you need to figure out a way to be creative. And I like this shot right here, either banking the 3
Or the 14.
or the 14.
Yep.
I'd prefer to bank the 14 if it goes, but you may have to bank the 3.
Yeah. I'm with you. I really like that. It's a
It looks like it's
good shot to be able to protect yourself with. You're not going to be giving up a whole lot. if for
cue
some
ball.
reason something doesn't go as planned.
And these, without us being at the table, we can't see how tight these balls are. So from this angle, it does not look like the 14 banks. It looks like he's going to have to bank the 3 ball.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's follow banking it. A little bit too low.
Too much spin.
Roberto's got 5 balls in this game. Shane's got 1. And Shane leads the match in a race to 3, 1 game to 0. And players at this level, they really don't want to pass up this opportunity to bank this ball here. He figures to get 5 balls if he banks this ball.
Yep. Very nice.
There wasn't a lot of safeties involved there, and that's where I say when you go ahead and commit to a shot like that, the only thing that matters is that you make the ball.
Yes, sir.
You can't let your opponent come to the table right after you shoot that shot. Even if you don't have shape, you can
manufacture something.
You can play safe again if you need to, but took like I say, opportunity to get 5 or 6 balls here.
Come back around for the 7.
So I think he's going to choose here to either run into the 12.
Yeah. Or if he doesn't, he could go past it.
Go past it.
Yeah.
But he's got to get below the 12.
Exactly.
That looks pretty tough without a lot of inside. But he goes in and runs into the 12, which is, I think, the right shot.
I do too. I think that's a better option because now you can be able to come down and come down to the end rail and then come back out and then be able to pocket the 12. Oh, man.
So Shane's thinking about this 3 ball here. He really wants to move it away from that pocket if he can. He's going to have to do it with the next ball. He can't do it with this ball. Well, he got straight in. So
options here, buddy. I mean, you've got your if he wasn't straight in, you know, one way or the other, he could be able to manipulate the cue ball to get over for the 3, or if he was below the 12, he could go up for the 1 or the 10.
Right.
And now, either he can be able to play, if the 3 is far enough away from the pocket, he can be able to do a cross bank, or he's going to have to do a lot of spin and draw and go up for the 10. He likes that cross bank.
Yeah, he looked at the position and making sure he didn't go low enough to get to the double kiss. So he can go ahead and cross bank this 3. It's not free though. He's got to be careful with this one ball.
Too much spinach on
Exactly.
it.
See how he tried to avoid that 1 ball. You know, it wasn't a free bank.
Man.
He couldn't just come up for the 1 ball.
I'm telling you, that was such good position right there because he's taken away the 1, the 10. So now, of course, Gomez is going to, you know, knock the 3 out of the way, and he's probably going to put it up closer to the side pocket on his side of the table.
So at this point, Shane's playing for 2 and Roberto's playing for 3. So Roberto's making sure that he tries to protect this 10-ball bank. And by protecting it, I mean just make sure it's not free. So right now he can go ahead and shoot this, and he's going to shoot it because he can get on the long rail behind the 1 here with this bank shot. If Roberto gets a little further out on the table, then he takes this bank away from him. But Shane's going to shoot this ball most of the time. He likes the three ball for some, from my angle looking, it looks like the 10 ball is it's a lot easier to make, and it's just as free as the 10 ball. I mean, the 3 ball. Matter of fact, the 3 ball, you're going to go behind this 10 ball or leave the 1. I don't know about this one. Play pocket speed, making sure that, a lot of times when you're shooting a shot and you're not it's not a high percentage shot. So he misses a 3 ball. But at the same time, he puts such a threat in front of his pocket that, anything but, if it's less than 50-50, Roberto just can't shoot at this other shots with the ball hanging in front of Shane's pocket.
Exactly.
So sometimes I see people that aren't shooting shots they should because they're not taking in consideration that when you're done, there's going to be a ball in front of your pocket. So guys aren't just going to, take wild shots with balls in front of your pockets most of the time.
The 10 ball's open. Do you play it hard enough with some top spin to bring it down below the 1 if it doesn't fall?
Absolutely. And he's got an angle here, so I like just using straight top here, going below the 1.
Yeah.
I don't like to try to spin this.
No, I agree.
So he went below the 1 on this side. If he tries to go on the right side or to the rail side of the 1 right there, then he's got to spin it.
Exactly.
But this is definitely a shot that Roberto's shown that he makes in a high percentage. So
he's dangerous on this shot, man. Because there's no threats involved with hitting it the way you're supposed to,
right. So a 1-pocket player has difficulty not slow banking this. But he's not going to slow bank this. He's going to go ahead and shoot this in. And, I was wrong there, but I see he missed the ball, and he was going for the 3 ball. I believe he's going to be a higher percentage just to go ahead and shoot and stop that ball. Shoot, bank, stop.
Yeah.
It's going to make it more often.
Is that 3 ball, the 1 ball past the point where if you leave the cue on the rail where the 3 is,
right,
are you going to be able to still cut that 1 in? I don't know.
Well,
it looks pretty close.
It's certainly what Shane's looking at right here. If he can get it froze.
Yeah, because he can bank the 3 over to his pocket. And now he's just going to go ahead and get that 1 out of the way.
But if the 1 ball's... There you go.
Sonny Jim.
It's a 1-pocket result. We can't call it a shot, but that happens a lot in 1 pocket where you got a ball frozen to that, that's inner to the inner
point
corner, inner point. It will double point to your pocket a lot.
Yeah, that's it's a fun result when it happens.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff.
You can't...
But he got away with something there, except for he's left him a absolutely free bank on the 10.
Yeah. Which I think he played it a little bit too cautiously.
He really did right there.
A free bank. I don't know.
Well, a free bank, the one thing you don't want to do is put the free bank close to the rail like that. You want it, oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, now Shane's getting the initiative on his side. Yeah, he's getting the initiative on his side of the table right now, especially only needing a couple balls. And with Roberto down a game in a race to 3, this could...
He was going for the 2 for to kick both, or bank 1 out and kick 1 out.
Look at him. He knows he got lucky.
Shane's got a wry smile on his face over here.
Yeah.
Maybe turn into a smirk over there, Jesse.
I know it. That's funny. Yeah, Roberto was laughing after that.
So this is what you kind of hate to do is move balls away from your own pocket.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really don't have a choice. And he was able to hit that ball thin enough to where he
Didn't
could
go
protect
far,
it.
and he didn't give up the cross
Yeah.
bank.
I don't think the 2 rails available here. He's just going to move it out. Well, now he's taking that option of the 3 ball away. He's got the ball on the long rail, which prevents Shane from doing a lot of things that if it was on the short rail at the end of the table, Shane could do a lot more.
Exactly. That was an excellent shot. It really was, because now, you know, Gomez is on the rail, and that increases the difficulty of any shot every time. I know I sound like a broken record saying it, but it is so dadgum important. Oh, man.
Unfortunately, in the game of one pocket, that's those side pockets. I'm not real sure, Jesse, why they ever put side pockets on pool tables, but they will find the cue ball more often than you can imagine.
I know. And I guarantee you, if he wouldn't have been jacked up on that rail, he probably wouldn't have scratched.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it creates an advantage. If you can put the cue ball on a rail, it creates such an advantage that stuff like that will happen.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against Gomez. I mean,
No.
Roberto is an absolute monster, but it's just, that's just the way things work. I mean, you can't be as precise whenever you're cueing over the top of the cue ball. Got that moved out.
So even in that shot right there, Shane showed that, you know, he's shooting a spot shot. He's a real high percentage to make it, but he's also making sure that he doesn't leave that one ball just hanging out there in space for Gomez, just in case the one ball, the spot shot decides to hang up. You know, sometimes they'll stand up and just sit right there in the pocket.
There we go. Boy, howdy. How
And
did he
that's
hit
gonna
that?
Be,
That's 2-0
game
to
2,
Shane.
yeah.
That is 2-0. And on a race to 3, this is a hill to climb, buddy.
If you ever want to be in a position, this is the one. You're up 2 in a race to 3, and it's your break.
And you're breaking.
Pretty good advantage. And you're Shane Van Boning.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt at all.
See how this break does here. So they're breaking from, looks like about 9 inches out from the rail, using that bottom left. Breaking about 9 inches from the rail, using the middle bottom left, trying to hit the head ball about, I'd say 20% of the head ball. Looks like he may have found a gap here with the 14 ball to bank through and just stop his rock right there. And he did. Cue ball kind of snuck forward just a hair, so it didn't give him an option on this 12 ball, I don't believe. Well, that's what you call coming with it right there. That was a very, very thin cut on the 12 ball that he just stroked in, and there was no safety involved. He assessed his position and decided that that was a shot he had to take, and he should all make the ball. There was no doubts in his mind, and that's what happens. If you take all the doubts out when you don't have any other options, which he didn't. So Roberto's got 2 balls, and he's going to need to get to 8 before Shane, or this match is going to be over.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Roberto's got fight. I mean, that guy. Oh no. Look at there.
Well,
How about that?
he certainly wasn't trying to get the 6 ball there, but what he did try to do is get below this 3. Not getting below the 3 right there is going to give Shane some options.
Yeah.
It looks like Shane can bank the 7 ball, run into the 8, and the cue ball will follow through below the 6. And if that happens, and now Shane is jacking up on the rail.
Bank the 7 back. Move some stuff a little closer to
Move
his
some
pocket.
stuff on the rail. I like it. Got Roberto jacked up over the stack here a little bit. The 6 ball looks ominous to me. Clip the 2 ball, go behind this 3 here. I believe he's put Shane in a position where he can really just nudge the 3 below the 3 into the rail here, and that just it extends the inning. It brings you back, but it doesn't do anything to help you. So he's going to look for another option here. He could take a foul and come below this 6 ball here is probably what he's going to do. It worked out.
Yeah.
It's actually better than he kind of expected there. So I look for. I like kicking into the
4-13.
No, I like kicking into the 10 here, moving it,
okay.
and then
I
leaving the
gotcha.
cue ball behind the 3. You can kick directly into the 3 here.
Yeah.
But I'd rather try to move the 10 ball. 10 ball is more of a threatening ball. There you go.
Yeah.
So you move that ball away. And you hope Shane doesn't have this gap here on the 2 ball. The gap on the 2 ball here could allow Shane to do something offensive.
Yeah.
The 4-13 doesn't help Shane at all, so he can't really bank into those. Get some bad results out of that.
Mm-hmm.
If he can bank the 2 into the 6 is what he wants to do and leave the cue ball behind the 7. I'm not even sure that's an option. Looking up table. He's going to draw between the 4 and the 10 here.
Yeah.
And I don't see how he's going to do that without shooting the 15 ball towards Roberto's pocket.
Or is he going for the?
Or is he banking it?
Is he clipping the 1? I don't know. I can't see what he's.
No, he's aiming at the 15,
Okay.
so he's going to try to draw below this 6.
Yep. You're right.
He hit it pretty good, let me tell you. Those shots are not for the weak of heart right there. They can get away from you in a hurry.
Yeah. Guys, if y'all are just joining us, this is Jesse Wilcoxon and Forrest
Boyd.
Boyd.
Good to see you guys.
Heck yeah. We are playing, this is on the loser side, Shane Van Boning against Roberto Gomez. Shane is up 2-0 right now on a race to 3. This is the Michael Montgomery Memorial. I want to take a second to thank our sponsors. I know we're right in the middle of a match, but Roberto's thinking about this. Predator, we have Off the Rail Apparel. We got LBS, Championship Pool, Staggs Plumbing, Clutch Shot, Molina Mike, First Choice Appliance Repair. We got Outsville, Doc's Billiard Office, OBQs, John Eagle Honda, local Honda dealership. JP Kinman is GM over there. They do a lot of stuff to sponsor a lot of the pool-related events we have in this area. We have Dexter's Reel. We got Hand Shoe Jump cues, Pat Divinity cues, and Arena Billiards, One Pocket Design, Elite Glass, Robbie Smith. He's one of the local players. And Omega is our title sponsor here, and they are doing a lot of stuff for the pool community in this area. In fact, I think they sell more diamond tables than anybody else in the U.S. They are a big diamond dealer. And of course, that's what we're playing on. All the tables on this venue are diamonds, or 7-foot diamonds, and then we're playing the 1 pocket and 10 ball on the 9-foot diamonds.
Yeah, Jesse, I've noticed lately the 3 or 4 pool rooms that I frequent around the Dallas area, they've all gone to diamond tables, either exclusively or mostly to diamonds, and that's over the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
It's a major change, which is so impressive.
Well, I think a lot of the venues are listening to the players, and once one venue went to diamonds, they realized all the players started kind of gathering at that venue,
right.
and they migrated over, and so they were losing a ton of business, and so everybody said, well, we want to attract the players, so we're going to get the best equipment that we can, and that's what they've done. The diamond tables, they play so consistent, from pool hall to pool hall, where and that's what we enjoy, and so we just want to thank the venues for getting such good product.
Absolutely, it's fun to be able to play on the same type of equipment that we see the pros come in town and play on. And I think it's important not just to, the pros are showing us how to do it, and if we can use some of their equipment, maybe we can kind of understand some of the shots that we can't perform on, some of the other equipment,
Exactly. I mean, because we can't really go to, for golf, for instance, I mean, how many people can go play in Augusta?
Exactly.
I mean, it's just not something we can do, and so whenever we go to our local municipal course, and we can't hit the same shots because we're not on the same stuff.
Yeah.
Heck, we got the pros, we got the best in the world sitting here playing on the exact same tables that we're playing on.
Exactly.
So,
and Jesse, you bring up golf. I was actually a golf pro for over 20 years, and I did a lot of touring on the mini tours, and I spent a lot of time in Augusta, and never got to hit a ball on that course.
Really?
Just because it's like the Holy Grail.
It is.
But,
oh my gosh.
It turned out to be a two-way right there. The ball doesn't go, but he doesn't leave anything. Shane's going to have to just move this ball into the to Roberto's pocket.
Yeah, slow roll it in.
Yeah, I noticed, as a pro, when I would go to, local golf courses and then the tour events, there's such a big difference.
Yes.
The ball goes further, and, so why do the pros hit it further? Because they're playing on better golf courses.
You're exactly right.
And these balls are, these tables are a little more, I don't say easy. I'm say they're a little more consistent to where you can, when you hit a shot, you kind of can expect what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you go to your local municipal golf course, you can hit a putt and it might go 4 different directions. At Augusta, it goes one direction, just real fast.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
little slow bank there. So looks like we got a ball count. Roberto's got 3 balls, and Shane owes 1 ball.
Yes, sir.
Once again, we're in a race to 3. Shane's up 2-0. So this is a game that Roberto has to win.
Yeah, you can't put anything off at this point. You either got to come with it or put your cues up for a minute. Or just step into the next room and start a money match. I think.
Yeah, guys, if you're not at this venue with us, you're missing some serious action here. There's a lot of players that are coming in from all over the country, and they brought their checkbooks with them, and we all know what that means. There is going to be some action, and they don't seem to be too scared of each other, so I like that.
You are right. They are not scared. Yeah, I think somebody said there was something like 30,000 on the line last night.
Right.
And in the next room. So, I mean, the guys are not shy about putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, I believe we're about to have a $10,000 match kick off here when we get an open table here very shortly. Should be having a $10,000 match jump off, so a little rotation action.
Yeah. That was a good shot, putting him behind that 3-ball on the rail. It go in between this and get it past the 2-ball.
Might be able to move it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, not past it, but he didn't threaten it, you know. But the 3 is the problem now because you wanted to get past the 2-ball so that he doesn't bank the 3 back.
Shane didn't look that very long. I think he's better off at that point just to tap the 3, leave it directly behind the 3.
Exactly.
So Roberto can't shoot either direction without scratching, basically. Now Roberto's going to be able to shoot this 3 into the 2. He may not make it, but he's going to move both balls towards his hole.
Yes, sir.
That is if it doesn't bank under the deuce. It may bank under the deuce right now.
Oh, that's what he went for.
Yeah.
He spun a little bit too hard. Well, Shane's got the 9, and I'm not against shooting this because you can roll it forward, leave the cue ball on the long rail there, and then if the 9 falls, then you still have the 2, the 7. You have options.
You're exactly right there. Doesn't have a great angle here. He's going to have to either stun this ball and follow through with stun, or he's going to have to put a little left on it, and that decreases the accuracy. But the most important thing here is putting this 9 ball close to the pocket if you don't make it.
Yes.
And preventing, you don't want to hit this hard because Roberto's going to fire at this. Now the two ball will bank into his pocket if he gives him that opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, he's ducking. Oh, man.
Yeah, he shot the crossover, which is very difficult.
It is.
A high level spin right there that
you got to spin the full out of it.
And I believe if he would have shot that into his pocket, it probably would have double kissed. So he wants to hit that a little high to avoid that double kiss. Of course, he still wanted to make it, but he just wanted to feather it into the edge of the pocket.
Yeah, I'm with you. Some of this food keeps going by. People are ordering food right in front of us, and it smells so delicious.
Oh, yeah.
This venue has got a great kitchen. It's not at all a pool hall kitchen. This is a restaurant, so whenever y'all do come to this venue, come hungry and you will leave satisfied. They have very good food.
Absolutely. Like I said, I don't live too far from here, so I think I've tried most things on the menu, and they have anything from steaks to shrimp that have great mussels and the coconut shrimp and not stuff it's just not it's not just burgers and fries around here.
No,
But they do have burgers and fries just in case you need it.
Yeah. They call it a gourmet burger. It's not a hamburger. It's a gourmet burger.
Yeah.
Guess you got to hold your hankies out when you eat
chopstick burgers.
Yeah.
They got a brisket burger here.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of good stuff.
Absolutely.
They got a hot dog. It's of course it's a gourmet hot dog, but in Texas it's still a hot dog. But it is absolutely delicious and big enough for 2 people. And I try to stay away from it as much as I can, but I can't help myself.
That takes the bank away from the 2. It eliminates a lot of options. Now you're not really gaining a whole lot of position, but you still have the 9 ball on your side. So you still have initiative. You have balls up table that are still a threat for your side. So it's that's not a bad play.
Shane's got an opportunity here to start improving this position at least. The 4 ball looks like it's a little bit low to try to bank right there.
What about the kick on the 4 ball? Because it would bring the cue ball back down, behind the 3. Of course, if you hit it proper,
Yeah.
The key is to leave the cue ball on the rail.
It's certainly something he needs to look at. I don't know. I would probably look for him to just move the 8 ball around, move the 8 ball over, and put the cue ball. If he can get the cue ball frozen to the back of the 3 here off the 8, then that's probably what he wants to do.
Yeah.
You can move the 3 here too, though.
Yeah.
You got to be a little careful with this, not to spread the balls open. Right now, all of his Roberto's banking lanes are closed, so you really don't want to open those up right now.
Sure.
So I think that's the right shot
howdy.
right there.
Yeah, he did exactly what you're talking about for us. That's a good shot. He's not frozen, but he's on the dead-gum rail, so that's, again, taking away the ability to be able to cue as effectively as you want.
Here we go. Roberto's got him stuck up on the end rail. A couple inches off, but there's a lot of distance there.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. We weren't seeing any of your comments. I just scrolled down. We are at Snookered in Frisco, Texas. We're just off the tollway in Frisco. Just off Tollway and Main Street is where this venue is. And the score currently is 2-0 in favor of Shane Van Boning on a race to 3.
Absolutely, and right now they're playing a game of trying not to let the other guy beat them to the shot. The most important thing in this position is not being the one that gets beat to the shot.
Yep.
Excuse me. At this level, you just can't keep giving opportunities, and it looks like Shane's got him hit pretty good there. Doesn't look like he has any kind of combo on the 7-15. Looks like he's going to bank this 5 ball, 1 rail, draw back, stick him on the 7, and that'll go a long way right there if he can do that.
Man, that was a nice bank.
And hanging it
That
may have been better than making it. I don't think he can see the 15 from where the cue ball is. So.
Yeah, he was hooked if he'd have made that
So
silly
that's better
thing.
than making it, yeah.
I'm telling you. Okay, so what do you like here? I mean, honestly, I kind of like hitting the 6 ball and pocketing the 6 ball. I think there's too much of an angle. Bringing the cue ball back closer to the 7, so he's got a kick at the 5. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the first thing he looked at is if he can get to the 5. He obviously cannot get straight past the 15 to the 5. So now he's just going to have to draw back on this 7.
Yeah.
He cannot let him just shoot this 7. And he got a little lucky there. Unless Roberto can see the 4, he got really lucky.
Yeah,
if Roberto can see the 4, then he's probably going to run out from here.
I think he can see it. I think he's got the 4 ball.
Yeah, he can see the 4, so. Shane was in a tough spot there. Roberto put him in a position where he had to do something, and, freezing to the back of the 7 was really his only option.
He's got the 3. He can come back up for the 11, for the 9.
I guess he can see all the 3s, so he'll. I look for him to 2-rail out for the 11 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But he looked like he's drawing.
Yeah,
so
he just come 1 rail up.
Well, he didn't get stuck. That's good. So he's playing for 3, and Shane owes a ball, so. Looks like he can get to the 15 here, and
if he can get that 15, maybe
come
down for the 8.
Yeah, the 2-8 combo.
Yeah. This will at least keep him alive, and then he's got the break. So if he can pocket this 8 ball, good shot.
There we go.
Well, that was a must-win situation for Roberto. I mean, he had to have that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we're at 2-1. Shane's got 2. Roberto's got 1 on a race to 3. Shane is on the hill. Roberto is breaking. So Shane does get the last break if Roberto gets this game.
Absolutely, that's huge.
That's the key to winning the lag. I mean, practice your lag.
Roberto just stole a rack from Shane's break.
Absolutely.
Which is the only way to win in this.
It is.
If you don't break first, then you got to steal at least 1 rack from somebody. And he made a pretty good showing right there. Obviously, Shane still owes a ball, so it looks like he showed a little patience, and he made sure that Shane didn't get that shot that beats him,
Sure. Yeah, I think Roberto's going to take a bathroom break, go grab a drink of water, clear his head for a second, come back and battle. Is Jesse stepping out? I'm going to go use the restroom. Stretch my legs for a second. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, this is Jesse Wilcoxon back in the booth. Roberto just broke. Roberto is down in this set, 2-1 on a race to 3. So he is in a must-win situation. Shane is on the hill, and Shane is looking at his shot. Roberto broke. So Shane does get the last break if this goes to a hill match.
Let's give it a round of applause to these ladies fighting really hard in this tournament. Last set of the round, a race to 6.
Yeah, the ladies 9-ball event is playing the finals right now. It's Alicia Stanley against Christina Takak. Alicia put Christina into the losers bracket yesterday on a hill match. Christina came all the way back through and now has won the first match, and they're going to the final match, which at first it was a race to 7. She won that. Now they're going to play a race to 6. So whoever wins this will be the winner of the women's 9-ball tournament. Very cool. Very cool.
All right, guys, we took a little break. I'm back, and I just checked on the match over there. Scott Frost was playing Billy Thorpe in the one-loss side, and Billy ended up winning that match 3-1. Scott won the first game. Billy won the next 3. So I don't have a screen to show you over there, but the other side of this room is just completely packed, Jesse, with people, and they got a $21,000 match set up and another $10,000 match that are going on right now.
Dadgum, yeah, there is action, guys. This is a very, very fun event. This Michael Montgomery Memorial Tournament is, ooh boy, dadgum. He overcut that one a little bit. That one might leave a mark. That one might leave a mark.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's got an angle to go ahead and cut this 8-ball in.
And then that's going to open up the stack.
Yeah, if he can get below the 5 here, he's going to get some balls.
Yeah.
There you go.
That didn't work out as good as it could have.
No.
I think he went a little bit too far below it because he clipped that 11-ball. So, do you go for the combo here, the 9-5 combo?
Yeah, I believe he's going to have to. The cue ball is going to be safe here.
He's not up to the 6. The cue ball should go into the 6, and if it goes, then he should have a look at the 1 or maybe the 9 or the 1-9.
Right. I don't look for him to power this ball, but it looks like I'm wrong. He's going to He's going to jack and fire this ball, and for a combo, to me, that's oh, he didn't. There you go.
That was
He just had to jack up for some reason just to control the shot on the one ball, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so now you come around and you play. It looks like that 7 ball's wired also. So after he gets the 14 out of the way, then he could be able to play the combo on that 7. It looks
You
wired.
go from 1 to the 9 here. 2 rails out to the 9.
Oh, that's the 9. I'm sorry. Thought it was a 14.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're right on the 7 ball. 7 ball
Yep.
could be wired or maybe even frozen dead.
Yeah, yeah. If it's
He's going to have to
just
draw this
back,
ball.
and it doesn't matter where he's going to be if that thing's frozen or wired.
Yeah.
So if he goes into the 10 ball, draws back on the 2, the 7 will be in, and should be able to create enough separation. Is he going to go forward or is he going to draw? He's going forward.
Draw into these balls, and
Okay. Now the 13.
left himself.
Yeah.
Left himself. I believe he's going to have to cut at the higher stripe here, the 14 ball maybe. I don't think the 13's available here, so it looks like maybe the 10 ball he's cutting it. The 14 cutting at this ball.
Yeah. He said, not over there.
You know, these guys are mic'd up, or there's a microphone above, and we hear a little bit of comment every once in a while. And
on a couple of these matches, they've been interacting with the crowd a whole lot. It's been fun. You know, they have such a good personality, and they enjoy the fans. I mean, they really do.
Absolutely, that's my favorite part of watching a match is when the players are commentating.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys to watch is Alex Paguline, the Lion. He really gets
he does
the entire building. You know.
He involves everybody.
Yeah.
He involves the wait staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody. Whether you want to or not, he's going to engage you. And Earl will too. It's a little bit different, but Earl will too.
They're engaged. That's
but
funny.
I enjoy that, you know. And
too.
So Shane's got a 5-ball advantage here. So this position you don't want to, Roberto is a great shooter, obviously. And you can't take a flyer here that's going to allow your opponent to get completely back in this game. So although this 10 ball looks like it's cuttable, and it certainly is, the risk is too high for this particular shot. So improving his position with this 11 ball. So he wasn't going to make that ball, but he also wasn't going to give Roberto any kind of easy banks to shoot at. So
Okay, so all Shane needs is 1 ball left.
There's 8 balls on the table.
Yeah, he's got 7. So
yeah.
I guess he just wasn't as confident on that last 10 ball.
Absolutely.
Which is absolutely perfectly normal because all it takes is 1 shot and Roberto's out.
Jesse, you know as well as I do, we've all been in situations where, we need one, the other guy needs a doctor, and all of a sudden we just send the doctor to him.
Yeah.
You can't do that, and Shane wasn't going to have any of that.
It's a scenario of the biscuit and the basket. Sometimes you need a biscuit, sometimes you need a basket.
Yeah. So if Shane would have cutted a ball there, the 10 ball, and anything funny happens, and Roberto gets a chance to make 1 ball.
You don't want to sacrifice the basket for 1 biscuit.
Exactly. So at this level of play, even though Shane needs 1, there's 8 balls on the table. That means he can still lose. So he's going to have to protect just as strongly as if Roberto needed 8.
Yes.
If he just makes 1 mistake and gives Roberto a chance to shoot a shot that gets shape,
Yep.
it could be curtains.
Oh, look at there.
This ball really, really nicely.
Yeah.
playing all cue ball. He's banking at the 10, but he is only concerned with that cue
Exactly.
ball.
He's focused 100% on the cue ball. You know, and Roberto can't really look at the bank on that 15 because the pressure, you know, I mean, heck, he's got the dead gun ball sitting over there on Shay's pocket, so he's got to tend to business at hand.
Yeah, Shane's got him in a position below the 15 where he can't take a free bank at it.
Yep.
He's gonna. It's a very risky, and he can't really get anything after that. And he also can't just shoot the 13 into Shane's pocket. I think, which is what he would have done if Shane needed more than one. He'd probably just shoot that in his pocket.
Yeah.
And he may have given this straight back bank. I believe that's the 15 ball.
I'm not sure what Tommy and Dennis are playing, bud. I'd have to go to the other side to look at that, Chuck. Not sure at all.
Tommy and Dennis have been playing for about 2 or 3 days now, off and on, and they've been playing some pretty high matches of one pocket.
Yeah, they were playing 2,500 a game, 15-4 or something like that.
Exactly.
And so I don't know exactly what they're doing right now. I'd be guessing if I said anything. So it'd probably be something along the same lines of what they've been doing, but I don't know.
I don't see any banks that go into Roberto's hole. It looks like he's going to have to play off this 15 to the back of the 11 and not to give up, or the 10 ball off the 11, not to give a bank back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything wrong with Shane either just playing safe here off this 10 ball, protecting the 11 ball. There we go, getting the cue ball low enough to where he can't move this 11 ball easily.
Mm-hmm.
And Roberto, in his mind, what he wants to do is open up these balls towards his pocket. He wants to get at least 2 balls over his side, which gives him a chance to run completely out if he gets an opportunity.
Yeah, that's true.
And this ball does bank, so he may be shooting this this 1 rail back on the 15 and coming all the way around table if he can miss the 10 and come back below this 11.
Yeah.
And that's what he's looking at. I don't think the 10's in his way. He's got to play cue ball here below this 11 ball. Which he did.
Mm-hmm. He did. Now, Shane's got a couple of shots. I mean, because you could kick at this 15, and you're not really giving up a whole lot. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, you probably kick it. I think he's probably more likely. I like the 12 ball bank back into the 11 and carry him into your pocket here. You just send the cue ball up table. If he can get the cue ball up on the end rail, he's got a good chance to make this 12 off the 11. Just straight back bank into his pocket off the 11.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to give this 2 ball away. You know, if he can't hide the 2 ball, he probably won't shoot this shot. He may move the 6 ball.
He's going to bank that.
He's going to move the 6 ball and come back down below the 11. Protect the 11.
Yeah. Well, it's not the worst case scenario,
No.
but it's certainly tied up to 11. You know.
Right. We did quite a bit with that shot because he moved the ball out of Roberto's
Yeah.
position to right now. It's going to be really difficult for Roberto. Even if he gets a really good shot, it's going to be difficult for him to get all the way out.
Yep.
And that's what Shane's concerned about,
Mm-hmm.
is a situation where a guy is able to get all the way out.
Yes, sir. The score on this match is 2-1. Shane's got 2, Roberto has 1, and it is a race to 3.
So Roberto's positioned this cue ball up close enough to the long rail where he can't hit this 11-6 combo. It's a super thin cut, which is kind of a flyer that would be too aggressive. So
And it's not a wired
no.
combo either. It's a back cut, so
Yeah.
he'd be on the wrong side of it to
So
get it up on the 6.
So I see in this position the 10 ball being up table. It looks like it's easy to play safe off of that, but I would prefer to leave that alone and leave it up there away from Roberto's options and move more balls up table. As many balls as Shane can move up table. When he only needs one, he needs to get them out of play as much as possible. And right now, the 13, the 3, and the 2, they all go into Roberto's pocket if he gets an opportunity. So I like trying to do something that would eliminate that. So just at a quick glance, I'd probably clip this 13 thin and come back down to this short rail and try to tie up these balls if I could.
Yep. On the ladies' side, the finals are being played right now between Christina and Alicia Stanley. So Tara made a great run, but that is the final match right now that is going on as we speak.
Yeah, I got to watch a match yesterday when Christine ended up edging. Alicia ended up edging out Christina.
Yep.
And it looks like that's going to be the finals. They're both playing great.
Yeah. Oh man, that was close. That was a great try.
He controlled it pretty well.
He did.
He's seen something in the stack that he really liked, and it could have caromed in
The 2
to his
almost
pocket.
caromed in.
Yeah.
That was insane. I wasn't even looking at that.
So I don't see Roberto doing anything here but taking a foul or shooting at a really tough shot here. Cutting the 12 in, cutting the 3 in, or taking a foul. He really can't do anything else. If you can get behind this 13 ball and roll down and clip the 11 and get on this end rail, he can go rail first and do that.
Yeah.
It just gets him out of the inning. And
he's doing something with the 3. Yeah. Because if you go into that's such a low percentage. There he goes, rail first, 11 ball. Man, and that is the best shot he could have done.
He got a little unlucky with it just because, he left this 3 into the 11 available. So I look for Shane to make this ball. Bank the 3 into the 11.
Yep.
It's free.
Exactly. Just a straight bank to come back over. You don't give up anything.
I like hitting this with a little speed. I don't want to hit this soft. There you go.
Well,
Just barely missed the 11
yeah.
ball.
That's the 3 still goes. He didn't give up anything as far as a shot. for Roberto.
This Roberto's going to look to get to this 615. Both of them being on the end rail. If he can get to that somehow, and make that, he could be in a much better situation. He may have to take a flyer to do that when you. Because unfortunately, it goes the other way too. They go in Shane's pocket, and the 6 ball goes in Shane's pocket, and the 15 goes in Roberto's pocket. So you can't leave it there.
Exactly.
So those balls will get moved toward the pocket. So I don't know if he can shoot this 11. So bank the 11 into the 6, little top left, top right, and cue ball into the 2 and stop right there. Looks like it might be a kiss. He may have to draw out of it, but there you go. It's a little bit like torture right now for Roberto. He's just hoping for some opportunity, and Shane doesn't want to give him that opportunity, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, that's true. You go down to the 14, try to get that back up towards your side, go 2 rails. No.
Moving balls out of play best he can without giving something up.
Yeah.
I don't know if this, let's see, the 12 ball, it looks like it's a little too high to play this bank 3 rails behind the deuce. So I don't, he may 2 rail this 12. The 10 ball looks like it's in the way for the, 2 rail the 12 and come around behind the deuce. I don't think that's available with the 10 ball being there.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close. The 10 ball is available for a straight back, but you have to make that. It's a sellout shot if you miss it.
Yes, sir.
That's the shot I was talking about. And I wasn't sure it was high. It was far enough off the rail, but it was far enough for him anyway.
Yeah.
He said, "Superman, here I come." So this is the shot I was talking about earlier. If he can get to this 6 ball here and shoot this 6-15 combo, I mean, he's got opportunities here. I don't see anything else. There's a 3 ball combo with a 2-11-3 available.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see how to keep it away, the two ball away from Shane's pocket by doing that. So.
Yeah. He is looking to see what that cue ball is going to do once it hits that 6.
Yeah. Well, this is a shot that some of the pros will hit with a lot of top spin.
Yeah.
And the cue ball will come off the rail and come back to the rail. Yeah. And but it has to be hit so hard that I'm not sure he can keep a ball on the table right there. The ball will jump off the table.
Yeah, look at him, boy. He's making sure there's no chalk on the path.
Yeah.
Man, I love this guy. I mean, he's got so much heart and so much fight. He never gives up. He's not down. He's not out. He's like, I'm going to come with it.
All right, so he's going to kick 1 rail this 2 ball and try to freeze it on this 11, which is a great shot. It's very creative, and he hits it to the wrong pocket. But that, where he hits the rail and then the 2 ball, and the cue ball comes back and skips into the pocket. I mean, skips into the rail.
Exactly. Has that top spin on it. Well, if Shane pockets this 11 ball, this is going to be the match. And that it is. Good shooting. That was excellent.
Right.
Excellent for both guys. We're going to take a break. I think the next match that's coming up is going to be on the winner's side match. And it's going to be Dennis
and Corey Duel.
Corey Duel. Yep.
Right.
Dennis and Corey, which is going to be a great match. So stay tuned, guys. This is Jesse Wilcoxon signing off. And
Appreciate it, guys. Good to see you,
Yeah.
and we'll talk to you soon.
heck yeah.